Hey everyone, Gifted Rabbit here. Welcome to another Farming Simulator 16 tutorial. This is a place where I show you the basics of this game, so please subscribe for regular videos. Today we're going to cover, the question that you all probably had in mind, making money. How do I go from, say, having a lot of crops in my silos to actually selling them? Well, as you maybe saw in one of my earlier videos, when you look inside your statistics, it tells you how much wheat, canola, corn, sugar beet, and potato you have in your storage. That, basically that number may be different for you depending on if you started with beginner, normal, or expert. But if you're new with this game and say, for example, you selected beginner, well, you would have 10,000 of each of these. Now, what does that mean to have 10,000 of each of these? Well, it means you have, some amount of this crop on your farm stored in your silos. Now your job is to take that crop from your silos and sell it to the highest payer. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Now today, because I have 30,835 potatoes, I'm going to show you how I'm going to sell my potatoes. Now you don't have to have that many potatoes in order to sell it. You could sell it even if it said 50 or 100 or 1,000. It doesn't matter. Your first step is to get a bin like this, the green thing. What's the proper word for this thing? It's called a tipper. So getting a tipper is your first step. You start off with getting one for free when you start the game, and you're going to attach the tipper to your tractor. In this case, I'm using my red tractor, and you're gonna find your silos. Now it's right where your barn is. It's these tall blue things. Oops. It's these tall blue things right here. And underneath all these blue things, you're going to see symbols. So that's the symbol for sugar beet. That's for potato right here, the second one. The third one's canola, I believe, and then the other one's grain or wheat. And the last one would be corn. Now, what you want to do is with your tipper, you want to drive right under the crop you want to sell. So I'm going to sell my potatoes, and I'm going to wait right here. And as you can see, it's starting to fill up, and this percentage sign is going up, telling me how much percent my tipper is full. When it's full, it'll say 100%, and you saw this little orange logo. That means it's full. Now that we have a full load, we want to sell this and make some money. Now, the best way to do this is we click up here, and we click on Prices. Now, we know we have potato today, so we look for the highest price. Today, it's 1,335. Now, you see the little arrow sign? That means the price is going down as time goes by. It doesn't mean that it's suddenly going to go from $13.35 to 0 by the time you get to the place. It just means that it's slowly on the decline. But, I mean, the next best price I'm getting is $1,248. That's almost a difference of 80. So we don't want to go there, because by the time we drive to the mill, we're going to have... it's not going to go down that much. So as you can see here, 1,332 is the price being paid by the mill. So we want to go to the mill. Now, where's the mill? Well, it's getting dark. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click on the map up here, and the map shows you where everything is. Now I know for a fact that I am right here, because I can see a little flashing black arrow and which direction I'm facing. So I'm facing that way, which is probably, you want to say northwest. Now the mill is right here. This is the mill, because the picture of the windmill kind of gave it away. But if you click on it, it'll say right here mill, and it'll tell you how much it's buying the potato for. That's really what you need to need. So if you need the bakery, you click on the bakery. If you don't know what it is, like say you don't know what this symbol down here is, well, you click on it, and right here it'll tell you it's the harbor. It'll tell you what things are being sold for. So we want to go to the mill, and the mill is buying potatoes for $13.19, and it is to our west. Now, as you can see, our little character in the black map right here is facing that way. So we want to go there. So I would take out my map right here, and I would start to drive in that general direction. Now, I can do this manually and just keep driving. Now, you don't have to drive on the roads. You don't have to... it's okay to cut across. You're not going to get fined, and you're not going to get, you're not going to damage your tractor or lose your crop if you drive on the grass compared to the road. Now that I'm at the road, I can see right here in my mini map that's the mill is over there. So I want to turn my guy, and I can see the mill is right here. Now, when I get to this position, you can see right here that there's these two arrows, and looks like a chute. Now that's where you want to send your crop. Now, as you can see, I have $80,400, and if I drive forward, I want to be far enough so that when I tip it over, which is probably why it's called a tipper, it's going to fall into that chute, just like that. And now my money's going up, and my percentile of potatoes is going down. That means I just sold my 100% load of potatoes for about $11,000 to the mill. Now, once you're done that, you want to go back to your farm, which again, you could use the big map here to see that you're right over here, and you want to get right over here, which is to your east, and you just want to turn your character around. I mean, sometimes if you're close, you could see your farm, like I can see it in the distance, so I don't need to worry about really looking at this map, and I can slide that away. And I can see my silos are right there, so I can go back and collect more if I want to sell more. That's totally up to you. Or if you want to, do something else like plant another crop or, cut some grass, that's up to you too. Now you'll notice as you get better in the game and you have more crops, like how I have 30-something thousand potatoes, you can buy a bigger tipper too, which carries a lot more. So like how I went from 80 to about 91,000, I'm thinking with this big one I would have gone from 80 to almost 105 to 110,000. It carries a lot more, but of course that takes a lot more of your resources as well. So you don't need it right away when you start, but eventually you're going to need one of these guys to transport a bigger load to the factories or the stores to make more money at a time. Now, one more thing I forgot to mention was if you were full of your crop, in this case again potato, and say you were at 100%. And you don't want to drive all the way because it's complicated figuring out where to get somewhere, and then you got to come back, and it's a waste of time. You can always press the steering wheel, and it'll pop up a destination to select. So as you can see here, for potatoes now, the mill isn't paying the most money. The harbor is. Now, if you don't know where the harbor is, you simply tap this, and it'll take this load to the harbor, drop it off, collect your money, and it'll even drive back to the silo when it's all done, so you don't have to worry about going anywhere by yourself, and it gives you time to focus on other crops or harvest other things, you know what I mean? Anyways, thank you again for watching. Leave a comment below if you want to see something else, and please don't forget to subscribe to The Gifted Rabbit. New videos are posted regularly. Thank you.